Well, hello. It is time for the winter solstice down here, and that is what I'm looking at in this video today. The winter solstice is a time of rest, it's a time of gestation, of stillness, of letting go of that which we don't need, and of building our strength in readiness for our renewal. So let's see what we can see in the winter solstice portal that can support us on this journey to creating a new earth and a new earth human. Hello everyone, my name is Vonn and I am here with the Council of 12 that I have channeled for nigh on 40 years. So welcome to my channel. I am delighted that you are here with me once again. And if you are new, thank you for joining us from Australia. A voice from Australia. There is just so much available from the Northern Hemisphere. And so my council did suggest maybe we ought to be having a voice from down under. So what is the winter solstice all about? Well, it is a time of rest. And I don't know about you. Have you recently noticed that your body is, more tired? Every now and then I just feel like all of a sudden it's like this blanket falls over me and I go, oh, like someone pricked the balloon. And we need to listen to that. We need to then go and we need to rest. And please comment and tell me if you are finding that you're having physical responses to the influxes of the solar flashes, whatever you want to call them. There is an enormous amount of fluctuation in energies, but it's also intensifying. So, I wish that I knew more about astrology and I could actually talk to you about the winter solstice in that form, but that is definitely not my strength. However, I tell you who I follow that I love, who is, I think, one of the best astrologers or I guess the most beautifully blended astrologer and spiritual teacher, and that is Pam Gregory. And she did a beautiful video about the summer solstice, and she does mention the winter very briefly. And so I have put a link down in the description below. So that is for you to learn all about it. And she talks about this being the solstice of Cancer. And when I look at that, I know that Cancer is an energy, of belonging, of family. I have a Cancerian daughter, and I know that she, even though she lives elsewhere, she is very connected to her family, her own family. And we have this need as Cancerians. It's a water sign, and therefore we get quite emotional. I'm not a Cancerian, but I am a water sign, and I know that there is a lot of emotional stuff that we have to navigate. So being a solstice in the sign of Cancer means that you would be really having a longing to spend time with people who are nurturing and nourishing for you. So, really spend your time with people that make you feel good. Well, why would you not spend time with people that don't make you feel good, right? That is all very silly, but we often do. We often spend time with people that make us go, oh, we don't really feel expanded or in a state of love and peace. So nourishment, nurturing, taking care of is the energy of this particular time of the solstice of the winter season. So what does that mean for us, though, on this path of ascension? And what does it mean for us down south? What I'm recognizing is that we are at the moment being faced with the reality that the portal that we have to go through to get to the higher vibrational frequencies of the higher dimensions, it has a password, as I always call it, and that is we cannot take the old stuff with us. And what is so beautiful about being at the time of the winter solstice is that this is such a beautiful time to have a look at our inner shadows, at anything that is not serving us, and releasing that, but not the way that we used to. You know, you used to have to go digging and delving and do all this trauma work and all. Well, I don't think we need to do that anymore. What we need to do is to look at the whole of ourselves and go, every part of us, no matter whether you are in the state where you still were of a vibration of judgment and comparison, and it came into a lower state of it was bad and it was wrong and it was all of those things that we run these stories about. And when we do that, it really damages our vibrational frequency. It damages our energy and it ultimately damages our physiology. So this is a wonderful time to make a change in that. And guess what? Council has given me this beautiful invocation and meditation that we are going to do a little bit further into the video. So stick with me and remember, comment, comment, comment. Let me know how you're traveling, what's happening for you, and, comment, like, all of those things. It's really important, and share. So we're building this amazing family, I think, of awakened souls down under, because every comment I see and every one of you that does send me a comment, it's like you're joining my team, my tribe of these beautiful souls that are now creating this tsunami of love and peace and harmony and well-being for all. That is all that we need to focus on. But we all have history. We all have experiences in the past that could, limit us, that could interfere, that could, just come up and have a disturbing perturbation, energy vibration. So this is a beautiful time to go within. And I love autumn and the early days of winter as I live in Melbourne, and at the moment we're going through a freeze. So on with the woolies, it's really lovely. And on with the heater. So it is still warm. I like to be warm, although I don't think I have any heat on today because the sun's shining. And then it always feels good when the sun's shining. And so what we need to do is to make sure that the sun's shining in our heart. So we need to go within, and you know how animals, they hibernate in the winter and they go within to, so that the body can grow and get ready for the next part. The seeds go into the soil and they hibernate until spring when they pop out. So this is not a time for us to be doing. This is a time for us to spend more time in stillness, to really reflect, to look at what is still within us in our stories. Because remember, the past is not occurring now unless you bring it into the now through your mind. So if there is things that you call trauma, please change your language and go, that is a part of me that has made me the beautiful being that I am today, and embrace it with love. Because at the time, that is what was lacking for that part of you that was going through trauma. What was lacking was love. What was lacking was the feeling of feeling safe. For instance, for my inner child, my first 12 years were definitely not safe for me outside. There was war all around me, and I felt incredibly unsafe. except when I was with my parents, who were always there to protect me. But outside of my house, I felt very unsafe because there was so much conflict, and there was death, and all kinds of things that, really you would think I would carry as trauma for the rest of my life, but I don't. I see that now and I go, that has made me who I am today. It's given me an incredible sense of compassion, an absolute determination to live in peace, to honor my fellow human beings, to never do any harm to another because I have seen what that does and I felt what it's done to me and to my family. So look at all that has occurred in your past. If it is not of love, then bring it into love now. And I love to look at trees as they let go of their leaves. Those leaves were wonderful once and sometimes not so wonderful. And they fall off the trees when they're ready without struggle, without the need for, fighting and going, I don't want to leave. I want to keep this tree. I want to have power over this tree. No, the leaf just drifts away when the time is right, when it no longer has anything to offer the tree or the tree to offer the leaf. But what happens to the leaf? It falls to the ground and it becomes the fertilizer and the nourishment. Listen to that. And the nourishment for what is to grow from that experience. So when you look at all of your past, the good, the bad, and the indifferent, it doesn't matter, and you gather it all up and you go, you know what? All of that are the leaves that are now going to flutter down and that have nourished me. When I allow it, when you let go of the good, the bad, the judgment, and all of that, and you let go the blame and the shame, all those lower vibrational frequencies, and you just go, no, it doesn't serve me. It isn't happening now, and I'm not allowing that to diminish the growth from within that is waiting to be developed. Because if the tree kept hanging on to all its old leaves, then it would be wasting all its energy, and then it would only get very few new leaves. So we are exactly like that in nature. Yes, we are. We are exactly like that. We hang on to things that no longer serve us and we keep feeding it. We keep using our energy and putting it into that. And what that does, it stagnates and diminishes and holds us back. So in this portal of the winter solstice, it is time to look at everything of our past. And as I said, gather it all up and then let it flutter to the ground like the leaves on the trees, and recognize that how magnificent it has been, because it has been the nourishment to bring us to today. And then see it as that. See it as the fertilizer that has caused us to make decisions from experiences. When we have an experience that is in contrast to love and peace and harmony, we have a decision to make. Do I still go there, or am I going to go where love goes? That lovely phrase, what would love do here? I think that's just one of the most wonderful mantras to live by. What would love do here? What would love do here? So what would love do for the younger you, or the you in childhood that was not happy or that was going through trauma? The you of today would gather that child up and would bring it to its heart and love it and going, you are safe here. And then allow that to flutter and to bring you the nourishment for being who you are today. It's a lovely idea, isn't it? I think for me, I look back at my childhood and I go, yes, it wasn't easy, and I'm so proud of my inner child. I'm so proud because it survived. It made better choices. It made decisions within that it wasn't ever going to go and do what all those people out there were doing that she didn't like and couldn't really feel. But you see, for me, I came here to be loved, to show the light. And so I want to just talk a little bit about that because you are listening to my words. And I would like you all to now feel the energy that is radiated. The Council of 12 is a vibrational frequency team of Arcturians, Lemurians, Lyrans, and Syrians. So they have overseen the ascension of many, many cycles of planetary ascensions. And they don't have personality, so to speak, like humans do, but they vibrate in a very high frequency. And so when I speak, that energy is radiated and the frequency is coming through you. So what I would invite you to do is to feel rather than to just listen to the words. Feel the energy that's radiating and embrace yourself and just bathe in it. Okay, I am full of the energy of love, peace, and harmony, and you can bathe away, because that's what we do for each other. Where we go in the ascension, we are going to be much more sensitive, right? We are going to develop, and we are developing our extrasensory perceptions more. And so we are feeling each other more in the nicest possible way, of course. And so it is so important for us to feel the resonance that is coming towards you through this video, through this media, which is magnificent, that we can connect with each other through this media. So please, please look beyond the words, feel beyond the words, and know that they come to you to embrace you with so much love and so much joy for the fact that you are here. You are here with me. And stick with me, because there is more to come, and we have this beautiful meditation and invocation that we will be doing very shortly. Right now, I have some questions for you, though. What is it in you that you feel that you have not expressed as yet? Because every one of us is encoded with a special signature of frequency that holds a creativity. And I talk about that in every video because it is what we are here to uncover and discover and recover and express. So in the comments, let me know, what is it in you that you feel that you've never really felt safe to express? Because that's the one that we need to bring out. That's the one that's asking for you to be heard, to be seen, to be allowed. Because that's what you came here to be and to do and to share and to offer in service. Many years ago when I first started on this journey, like all seekers, I'm sure that you've all been down this road where you go to this seminar and that workshop and something else. So I went on that journey, of course, like everyone else in the beginning. And everything that I did, I kind of felt that I knew it. I'd already done it. I went and worked with crystals and I went, oh, yes, they're familiar. I've done this before. And then I went and did energy healing. Well, I knew that I had hands-on healing powers because we all do, these are the little healing platforms. And so that was easy for me. And then I did some other modality. And every time I went to do a new modality, I just felt, oh, yes, I could do that. I did an advanced tarot course and I went, oh, yes. But, I ended up being this jack of all trades and a master of none. So I remember standing one day and saying to my guides, fellas, I am this jack of all trades and master of none. I need to focus on one thing. And I was asked then by my guides, so look at your common denominator. What is the thing that you've done with everything that you have done in your life? Like, I'd been really well qualified in my nursing career. I'd had a handcraft business. I'd been a knitwear designer and pattern writer, and anyway, on and on it went. And so I looked at it all, and what was the common denominator that I did with each one? I taught. I always taught what I learned. So the guy said, your common denominator and your greatest strength is your mouth. So it is. Yes, it is speaking. It's speaking the words of love, speaking the words of light, of peace, of joy, of well being, speaking the words of inspiration. And the word inspiration means to breathe in, to breathe life into your creativity signature that you hold deep within. And that is what I encourage. So when you feel me nearly leaping into the camera, it's because when I tune into counsel, they become quite intense about getting the message into you. Okay, so open your heart and receive all that is coming towards you. So I would really like to take a moment now to share with you what the council offered me this morning. And so let me just find it. So it is absolutely beautiful. So it is a meditation and in invocation, which is perfect for this time of the winter solstice. And I know that many people, particularly what you're doing here on this video, are going to special ceremonies. And I'd love to hear about that. In the comments, let me know what kind of ceremonies you've been to. You might have gone to drumming ceremonies, or I've got the Ascension Wisdom class tomorrow, and I'm going to do a deep meditation with them. And it is a great time for something like that. So let me know what you're doing for winter solstice. So now what I'd like to do is for you to all settle down and just take a moment and just observe your breathing. Just sit quietly with me, because the council can get very intense. And if you do any work with me personally, you will know that. So now we're just going to sit and be very, very peaceful for a moment and just observe our breathing, become calm and peaceful. And then very, very quietly close your eyes. And then take one deep breath right into your belly, right in there. And then let it go with a big sigh. It's amazing, isn't it, when we do that, how that just all releases. Just feel your body become very fluid, very liquid, very malleable, like a little Play-Doh doll. So take another huge deep breath and let it go. Ooh. Now feel the stillness of the earth beneath you, quiet but never empty. This is a time of the winter solstice. The breath between the inhale and the exhale. The moment of reset. We are not being asked to do more. You are asked to be present in your wholeness. From the vast dreaming of this ancient land, the song lines hum beneath your feet, whispering, remember who you are. Remember who you are. You and the land are one deeply connected energy, together rising from the ashes like the phoenix showing its magnificence in the fullness of its plumage. Feel into the depth of your being and release all the shadows that remain and let them fall like the spent leaves of the sycamore, not as rejection, but as nourishment for the new. Feel the release and the relief as you let go of all that is not of service to you. Each leaf that flutters to the earth frees a little more of your light. Let it rise from within with grace, without struggle. This is your sacred turning point. Let go of the need to rush into the light. It is a time of stillness, of rest, a time of gestation, of introspection, of letting go. Become the light that rises from the stillness. Stay tuned within yourself. Feel your heart beating. Feel your breath going in and out of your beautiful vehicle. You are your own tree of life. Allow your leaf to flutter when it is time to be released. Just spend quiet time with yourself in this time, in this portal, knowing that you are here. You signed up for this time of ascension, and you're getting so close. But we cannot proceed through the final gateway whilst carrying the old leaves. So drop them now, just quietly and peacefully. Let them flutter to the ground to be the nourishment for what is to come. Embrace it with love, knowing that it has made you who you are today. It has already nourished you, if you allow it. And now in your heart, silently speak. I am bare like a tree in readiness for its next bloom. I remember who I am as a divine expression of Source. I am ready to become all that is encoded within me. I am ready to allow my individual creative signature to express itself in freedom. For this is my time. It is our time. Take a deep breath. Slowly bringing yourself back to your present state of awareness. Feeling lighter, brighter, filled with that inner knowing of a distant promise, of a golden time waiting to be lived. And as you return from this space, carry the quiet fire of your becoming with you. It is not loud, but it is unstoppable. So very quietly, allow yourself to return to the present moment and just, wiggle your body and straighten and ground yourself. Feel this tree growing roots into this ancient land that you have chosen to be your home. And we need to nurture it and take care of it, as we need to nurture us and take care of us. So how did you go with that? Are you feeling peaceful? Are you feeling lighter? Please let me know in the comments how that went. What experience you had. If you were able to allow your leaves to drop without struggle. To allow your tree to spend its time in gestation, to begin to create what is necessary for the renewal. So during this time of the winter solstice, be kind to yourself. Of course, we need to be kind to ourselves all this time. But in this portal, it's even more necessary. And seek out your loved ones. Seek out your soul family, your family of origin, your family of creation. Spend time where you feel nurtured and nourished. And most importantly, spend time where you feel safe. Where you have the time and the space to reflect. That time of introspection. Where the cocoon is building the butterfly. So I do hope that you have enjoyed this connection once more with me, with the council, with each other, and that you will, of course, yes, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and enjoy your celebration of this winter solstice. And don't forget, let me know, how are you spending it? So until we meet again, please, please love yourself, all of you. And that means all of you. There's not one part of you that isn't lovable, that isn't a part of the whole, that isn't a part of this divine expression in human form. I love you. Love yourself more. Till next time. Bye-bye.